earlier in the newscast, you heard mayoral candidates Rolando Pablos and Gina Ortiz-Jones discuss their biggest priorities if they were to be elected. We also got to ask them about one of the biggest questions looming over the city, Project Marvel and a new Spurs downtown arena. The multi-billion-dollar project could be an economic boom to the city, but it can also be another large tab for taxpayers to pick up. Here's what both Ortiz-Jones and Pablos had to say about the project.
We need a lot more information. I've been very clear, three simple questions, but they're the questions, right? One, how much is it going to cost? Two, who is going to pay for this? And three, how is the community going to benefit, right? When we look at the record of the publicly financed sports venues in our community, it's a spotty one. And I mean, most recently, Judge Nelson Wolff, our former judge, shared how the deal he negotiated was that in exchange for using public money to build the AT&T Center, where the Spurs currently play, that the deal was that the Spurs would give back 20% of annual profits each year. And Nelson Wolff said, ask me how much we got over 20 years. Zero. Okay, so I think there's an opportunity here. This could be a generational investment, which could help us address our generational inequities, right? I am looking to make sure we've got a good deal for San Antonio. We can fight for a good deal. We can also fight for our Spurs. In the absence of that information, though, I think it's way too early to be talking about what city funding is going to go toward the Spurs arena. My opponent feels differently. The San Antonio Express News several weeks ago asked this very question, which is, and in response to that, Rolando Pablo said that up to 50% of city funding should be used to pay for a new Spurs arena. I don't understand how you can pony our city up for that when you don't know, one, you don't even know what 50% is. Is it 1 billion? Is it 2 billion? Is it 750 million? Like, what is the number? And two, why would you do that if you don't even know how the community is going to benefit yet? Right? Anybody that's done any business knows you don't negotiate against yourself. So I'd be very concerned with somebody like that who says, we're spending too much money, but then wants to sign us up to pay 50% of a new Spurs arena. I, again, am looking to make sure we've got a good deal for our city, and that's what I'd fight for.
Project Marvel can be a game changer. It's a jobs creation program. It's an economic development program. I think it's something that we need to support because other Texas cities are doing their own Project Marvels. Now, we need to make sure that we understand that we're going to be using visitor money, visitor tax money to fund it. I will make sure that we protect our taxpayers, but at the same time, we have to make sure we keep the Spurs. We have to have expanded convention facilities, and our Alamo Dome needs to continue to produce for us. It's been a great productive asset for us.
So in your ideal world, do you see yourself trying to push the Spurs, picking up the majority of that bill opposed to the taxpayers?
Right, and I do believe that we can do that. I've already stated that it would be nice to start at 50-50 and then work our way from there either way, but it's going to take a lot of negotiating. And then also we have to understand what's been done thus far. Everything's been done behind closed doors. The people don't know what's going on, and so I want to be able to first understand and then see how we're going to be able to negotiate that. But I believe that the taxpayers need to have leverage in that deal. We need to be able to have say-so. And we have to, understand that the visitor money is going to be used for that. And that we're going to get a return on our investment by dividing the revenues from that project by 10 so that every district can benefit.
This is another reminder that if you want to cast your vote for San Antonio's mayor for early voting, today is the last day. But if you miss out today, be sure to head to the polls this Saturday. You can find the nearest polling location on the county's website, bear.org.